Before I let you go, I wanted to chit chat about the luck of those of us who get to love more. And that's because we get to reassure and be with our lovely 1 year old. We get to enjoy the people that are part of our oversoul, and we get to continue to learn more about all of those who are out there. When you're able to live love freely, it's because you're not someone who's trying to make something have to be. But it's also because you're growing the consistency of being there for your own self. Now, while some people find this tremendously upsetting, other people understand this. And right now, in our lovely 2024, we are here as a community who can say we choose human love. And so we choose to open up our hearts to each other and to know that lovers and friends and all people that are here to support us can get us to that next day, and that your 0 1 year old is for you to tend to. Okay, so for me personally, when I think of twin flame and flames and soulmates and all of that which was and all of that which is, I can tell you I'm really amazed every day more. And even when I was without all the pieces of information of my oversoul, I was still amazed. And then I'll never forget when I got, it was a couple of years back, gifted back something that is a, how can I break it down? A rainbow heart. It was a rainbow heart. And this is the image that popped up, and then a lot more that popped up. And then I remember getting gifted some more. And this was a heart that definitely also is amazing. So when I say heart, I mean lovely human beings added to my oversoul. Okay, but as a mystic, where I can pick up what they are and who they are and where they come from for me and where I come from for them and stuff like that. And that is why with twin flame and flames, they don't cease to be your twin flame or flames because they didn't come back around or they, aren't with you romantically. The whole point is you already know, if you're a 5D mystic, that nobody has a job when it comes to relationships. So loving life partners and relationships, they want to stick around, not they have to stick around. And when you love, like the Rumi quote states, not with your eyes, no, with your heart and soul, you don't say goodbye. And so you consistently expand and grow all of those relationships. And as a person who knows what love is, I can tell you that every step of the way, I've been brought to know more and more how to be exactly who I've always been, but with the empowered, emotionally, unconditionally loving heart that is mine. So, enlightenment, the human way, for those of us who chose love, I did, thank you, Jesus. It feels really awesome to embrace and embody and to present to people I am presence that is an unconditionally loving human being who has a higher heart activation. Why? For me, it's because you appreciate the storms, but not in the way of them being suffering. No, it's called emotions come up and we process them with our prefrontal cortex. And I learned from Jesus how to do it. And that's called you being able to not cast a stone at a person and say, you're a demon, you're evil, you're good, you're bad. I learned how not to do that when I was a kid, the good, bad thing. And then to learn there were no demons and there are none. There's trauma. And then there are people who dehumanize people. And so there is not this thing of human suffering by you have to. No, there's trauma and it can be healed. There's not this human demons. No, they're humans that we can talk about angels and demons, but we don't talk about it that way at IHP at least. And I try not to use those words too much, but that's because we are all angels. So the reality is every person, I will look forward to seeing them with good therapists to reclaim their 1 year old if they want. Then for those who have the low self-esteem, they can get a good therapist. And if they don't, there's laws in place. So I don't need to call them a demon. I don't need to call them an angel. I don't need to call them good or bad. Okay. And so with that being said, when you meet men, women, and theys, I don't know any theys, but you meet people who love, and even if they don't, you just learn how to love more. But yeah, some of us were really lucky. We get to meet people from all walks of life, and then we get to continue knowing that love is a real deal and that we can expand consistently if we choose. So you're motivated to become more of the love that you already began with. If you had secure attachment, if you didn't, you get here. And then with that sense of self, you build those true, genuine relationships by talking about your feelings and your thoughts. And that's what love is all about. So our loving relationships, they are about you being you and us appreciating each other and doing emotions together and learning how to be our own safe havens and secure bases. And so we build secure connections and secure attachment relationships here at IHP. If you're curious about one-to-one mentorship or the masterclass, write me. And then we have Ask Maria. And in the meantime, I hope you're having a wonderful day.